Laredo 25RL fifth wheel by Keystone here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And really, all in all, not too bad. You know, it looks like it has spent most of its time primarily in a park. I kind of estimate that based on things like the carpet might be a little bit sun faded, but it doesn't look like it's been bounced down the road a lot. So the frame and all your seals haven't gone through those big stresses of towing. A lot of RVs this age, I've noticed, are very susceptible to things like your stickers peeling and curling and whatnot. And I'll zoom right in up here for you. You can see that, by and large, it looks like this has been maintained very well. I think it's been stored outside, but they obviously use proper UV inhibitors and whatnot and proper cleansers to keep everything, you know, lively and in good shape. So this is definitely one that I think has been well maintained over the course of its ownership. Rear windows here and a big rear living room, so you're going to get lots and lots of light there. And one thing I like to look at is just the sheer size of the windows beside your rear chairs, and that's really nice to see. You get that extra light as a result. Roof ladder here so you can get up more safely and easily to maintain your roof seasonally. You know, with anytime after your first couple years of ownership, you really want to get up there and check your seals and, you know, use like a wash and sealant and a UV inhibitor on your roof. I do like too, look at the awning. It starts all the way here at the very back wall of the trailer, goes all the way front to where the RV starts to gooseneck up. So you have a very generous sized patio on this, about 20 good feet on it. Previous owners did add the oversized entry handle here, so it is easier to get into and out of. And something that doesn't always translate well to video is the width of this door. Laredo's have always had a little bit wider doors, so it is easier coming in and out. Let me step inside here. Now, again, just areas where the folks did their best to maintain. I noticed the little silver strip right here, and I started looking through, and you can see a very small amount where I mean, and I'm being super picky. You can see where it had just barely stressed a little bit there on the linoleum. That is probably from things like this last winter here we had in the Midwest, which was just a terrible record-setting, cold, hard winter. I mean, it just hurt to go outside. You know, when things get cold, they compress and they stretch, and the end result is that a lot of RVs, especially ones that are a little bit older, had some really bad cold cracking issues on their floors. But you see that these people didn't ignore it. They actively attacked the problem. And I see that kind of maintenance and care through the entire RV. As soon as they saw something that needed to be done, it looks like these folks jumped on it. Now, what we're looking at back here is obviously not RV furniture. This is true residential furniture. This is a big love seat with individual recliners. They've got some pretty good money wrapped up into that thing. I did take a seat in it real quick. I don't want to do it again because I didn't want to get up. It was pretty comfy. You do still maintain some overhead storage here above the rear love seat. Every ounce of storage is just so critical, especially in fifth wheels and rear living rooms especially, that are not known necessarily for having excellent storage, but this one by and large does a very fair job of it in a smaller 25-foot package. And that's what's cool is, you know, if you want to tack a little enclosed trailer behind this or a little boat or something, you could easily fit that within your total towing length restriction on this one. And I've always been a sucker for a breakfast bar. That's just the perfect place in the morning to wake up, grab a bowl of cereal or eggs or whatever have you, and perfect, you know, setup right there. Now here in the slide out, one thing I want to point out is not only does your dinette fold down into an extra sleeping space, but you have this big window up here letting in lots of light. Also, your refrigerator is in the slide, and what that does is it gets your very single largest appliance in this entire RV off of the floor plan. And that's one of the reasons we have this big, wide open, walkable space here in the living and kitchen area. So if someone is at the kitchen cooking, you're not interrupting anything. You don't have to, like, you know, do the travel trailer shuffle and slide past one another. Looks like they had a couple different TVs in or out of here at different points. But you notice this little framework that you're seeing here, that's all aftermarket done. But buddy, they did a good job of it. I mean, they found this kind of woodwork here that just almost perfectly matches that which was standard from the factory. So again, they weren't the type to just throw stuff together willy-nilly. They did a good job putting things together. There is also, it does tilt open for easy storage back here. So what they've done is they took a classic trailer design that was made for a normal big tube style television. They updated it and did a very nice job of it for a flat screen TV for the very modern age, but as a result, they created an additional storage pocket back here that didn't used to exist. Very cool stuff. The pantry here in the kitchen is also awesome, and that is something that most rear living rooms get wrong. There's no pantry space, you know. If you're going to spend some time in this thing, you got to be able to feed people. And notice that you have a virtual floor-to-ceiling pantry, and every single one of these shelves is removable. So if you want to adjust your shelving up or down, you can do that because these little tabs pop in, and you can move these things however and wherever you want them. Now, your bedroom storage is similar in that right across from the actual bathroom space, there is this giant wardrobe closet with 4 dresser drawers below. So you do have very good clothing storage and hanging storage as well. Let me open this up for you. What I like about this is if you have a small broom or a little electric vacuum or something like that, it gives you a tall closet to put it in so that it can be stored away out of the way. As long as we're standing right here, we'll peek at the bathroom real quick. And the one thing I really wanted to talk about in here is the fact that you have a walk-in shower, not a travel trailer tub. So it is easier to get in and out of this. Very nice if you've had knee or hip work. And Laredo's always been a little bit more upscale. You know, that you get a skylight over here as well as a power roof vent instead of only one or the other. And we do have some, wow, that is actually deeper than I realized. That is a very big linen type space here. Holy cow. Normal fifth wheel style bedroom for a small fifth wheel. Nothing too fancy other than the fact that we do have power outlets on both sides of the bed with stands. So folks with things like sleep apnea that have breathing machines, both sides of the bed are covered for that. You know, you don't necessarily have to decide, well, who sleeps on this side of the bed? Well, that's normally my side of the bed. You know, little things like that are not an issue. And little touches like this, I've always liked on Laredo. Your TV tray right here, this folds down and put a TV on it. If you're not going to use it for that, it's still a mirror. Everything in this serves 2 purposes, and that's what I've always enjoyed about Laredo RVs. 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping.